Warm or cold involves children thinking about warm and cold-blooded creatures. It fits with the Year 6 topics of living things in their habitats and evolution and inheritance, and draws on their knowledge from the Year 5 topic of properties and changes of materials. The resources for this activity are readily available at school or local shops. You need 2 different sized plastic bottles per group. We found that using a 2-litre bottle and a 330 millilitre bottle worked the best, because the greater the difference in the volume between the 2 bottles, the clearer and more reliable the results are. If the difference in the volume of bottles is small, the variation in the speed with which the temperature decreases between the 2 bottles is harder to establish. You will also need either thermometers or data loggers with temperature sensors. Data loggers give more precise measurements, and you should be able to attach 2 temperature sensors to each data logger. If the children will be using thermometers, it's best to use thermometers that are graduated in single degrees Celsius, as these will give more precise measurements. Finally, you need stopwatches to be able to record the temperature in the bottle at regular intervals, and access to a hot water tap or plastic jugs to fill the bottles with hot water. Ensure the water used is at an appropriate temperature following your school's safety guidance. The children can share what they know about dinosaurs. Encourage them to describe their characteristics and how they compare to modern animals. A lot of information about dinosaurs has been established by scientists through looking at fossils, but fossils cannot provide evidence that proves if dinosaurs were warm or cold-blooded. Cold-blooded reptiles, like crocodiles and lizards, need to lie in the sun to warm up. Warm-blooded animals do not have to do this. For the purposes of this activity, the thing that the children are going to investigate is how quickly animals of different sizes cool down when not in the sun, as this might indicate whether dinosaurs were warm or cold-blooded. They will be using the bottles of different sizes filled with hot water to represent dinosaurs of different sizes. The question the children will be investigating is, if dinosaurs were cold-blooded, would big dinosaurs cool down faster or slower than small ones? To test this, the children will need to measure how quickly different volumes of water cool. This will be done by filling 2 bottles of different sizes with hot water and measuring the temperature as the water cools over time. The children will need to decide how often to measure and record the temperature of the water in the bottles. To carry out the test, fill the 2-litre and the 330 millilitre bottles with water from the hot tap, ensuring that it complies with your safety guidance. If using thermometers, use sticky tack to attach the thermometer to the neck of the bottle, ensuring that it's immersed into the water up to the line marked on the thermometer. This will ensure that the children don't keep removing the thermometer from the water between measurements, and that it is always taking the temperature in the same place. If using a data logger, attach the temperature sensors to the data logger. This is sensor A, and I am putting it in the large bottle. This is sensor B, and I'm putting it into the small bottle. Note on the recording table which thermometer is recording the temperature in each bottle. Select the meter setting on the data logger so that 2 temperatures can be seen. Record the temperature in each bottle. Start the stopwatch and record the temperature of the water in each bottle after the chosen amount of time. Encourage the children to record their results in an appropriate table. This data shows that the larger volume of water cooled by 2.5 degrees Celsius in 30 minutes, whereas the smaller volume of water cooled from the same starting temperature by 6 degrees Celsius in the same time. The children should discover that larger volumes of water take longer to cool than the smaller volumes. Therefore, big animals, such as dinosaurs, could be cold-blooded. The temperature of the water in the two bottles may not be exactly the same at the start of the investigation. This should not matter too much because, as this data that we gathered shows, it doesn't matter which bottle has the hotter water to start with. The temperature of the water in the small bottle still drops by the greater amount. To finish the activity, the children can consider whether the results of their investigation, as well as other pieces of evidence that they know about dinosaurs, support or refute the idea that dinosaurs were cold-blooded.